Hello boys and girls, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to really think about making smart decisions on when you should go to your locker. So I shared a document with you. It's called 2018 Locker Organization Plan, and if you open that, you'll see on the first page there's some really explicit instructions on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side is a completed locker plan for one day. And I know that's really wordy, so I just want to go through this with you. So on the second page is where you will find a locker plan for day one and locker plan for day two. So the first thing you're going to do is just copy your schedule into the template, right? And so you have homeroom day one and materials needed. You're not going to need anything for homeroom, right? So we're just going to leave that blank. So let's pretend for a second we have math first period in room 322 and math second period in room 322, and then we have ELA in room 318, and then we're going to go to lunch. Now I see I already had a row here, so I'm going to get rid of that and pretend like it wasn't here, like we didn't even see that. Let's see here. I'm just going to hit delete row. Okay. And so looking at this locker plan, the first thing we would do before homeroom is go to our locker and grab everything I need for these two classes. Maybe it's a math binder, an ELA binder, and a red folder. That's just for example's sake. And I'd bring those materials with you to ELA and then go to math and go to ELA. I'd bring those materials with me to homeroom and then go to math and ELA. But I don't think it would make a lot of sense to carry all of those materials down to lunch with you. So I would go to my locker right after third period ELA. And so what I'm going to do is add a row and type in there go to ELA. So there's a few ways you can do it. One of them is by right clicking. You probably hit insert as well. Let's see here. You know what? I'm just going to go in the table. And I'm going to go where I want to add the row. I'm going to right click. I'm going to insert a row below. And I'm going to type go to locker. Go to locker. Go to locker. So now that's already highlighted. We're going to say get rid of that. And what I want to do, highlight. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to highlight, I want to fill this in with some color so it really stands out so I can see when I want to go. And so how do I do that? I'm going to highlight the area that I want to color. I'm going to come over here where it says, that's not what I want, these little three dots I want. And I'm going to hit this little paint bucket. And I'm going to click the color that I want that's going to stand for go to locker. So in the first row, it's that light blue. So I'm going to use that again. That's not the exact color. Let's see. Is that close? Well, let's just use it for argument's sake. And so there you go. So we have go to locker. Then we're going to go to lunch. And then I'm going to hit my locker again and pick up, I mean, you could technically drop off your math and English stuff and then pick up the stuff that you need for fifth period. Or if you didn't want to bring anything down with you, you could, drop everything off and then go again. So let's say fifth period you have science. Sixth period you have social studies. And then seventh period, you have art. Eighth period, you have Spanish. And ninth period, you have, let's see, what tech, how about that? Or MS 101, how about that? And so now I have to make a decision. If I'm going down to lunch after third period, do I want to get my science and social studies stuff and bring it down with? Well, maybe I do. Maybe I do. So maybe we should pick up, we're going to go to the locker, and at this point we're going to pick up our science binder. And we're going to pick up our social studies binder. and maybe a blue folder. And I'm going to bring it down to lunch with me. I'm going to go to science and social studies. And now I got to track, well, art is up on the 3rd floor, but I want to get rid of that stuff anyway. So let's say we'll hit the locker again after social studies. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to hit insert row below and go to locker. Go to locker. Go to locker. And I'm going to highlight that again in that same color by hitting these little three little dots. Hit the paint can, hit the little blue, and there you go. And so now I have to drop off my science and social studies and pick up my art supplies. If you have those in your locker, I doubt it, but those are probably in art, but who knows? How about art folder? Maybe that's what you need. Your art folder and your Spanish folder. And you head off to art and Spanish. And then you would go to all 3 of these classes. For MS 101, all you need is your Chromebook. And then at the end of the day, you would drop these things off in your locker again and pick up whatever you needed for homework. So this is a sensible locker plan for day 1. Yours will obviously yours is not going to be the same exact plan as this. But this is the mindset that you should have while thinking about heading to that locker. You don't want to go every period, and you don't want to carry too much stuff as well. Okay? I hope this helps, boys and girls.